Pantry Challenge Day 7. So I thought I would tell you about how this Pantry Challenge has been going and a little bit more detail about the meals we've been doing lately. So I'm in my new house. That's all I'm gonna show you for privacy. Although, honestly, you're gonna see it later, probably in other videos, so whatever. Yeah, Pantry Challenge. So this has been difficult, I guess. I imagine it's difficult for everyone. But I try to like work on a really low budget, and trying to think of how to put all these things. It just makes my variety like so small. I know I've heard other people too with pantry challenges talk about how the pantry challenges like getting rid of your stores, and a lot of people like to have stores. I like to have stores, so to some degree I'm like, should I be, draining all of the rice that I have or all of the quinoa that I have? By the way, I have so much rice. I got it from a like 50-pound bag from Sam's like a year ago. So I don't want to drain that because I use rice often and I want to keep using rice often. And I don't want to eat so much rice in the next 30 days that I combust. So I don't think that works for us. But yeah, we're getting closer and closer to our meals being like just not very nutritious, and I don't want that to happen. Maybe this is the part where I just start getting more creative. Probably. I did say it was going to be very creative, so I guess I had to own up to that. Let me tell you a little bit about what I've been making. Oh, a coyote! Wow. Okay, now I know I can't let my dog out unsupervised. He's looking right at me. I just moved to this new place and it's got like woods around me, so I'm looking straight at a coyote. How interesting. Okay, back to the story. So I have been doing, oh my gosh, there's two. Oh, I don't see anymore. I've never seen a coyote in person, I think. Cool. I wonder if they would be my friend. Okay, so I've been making Dutch babies. However, now I'm out of eggs, so no more Dutch babies for me. But I made some Dutch babies, and that helped us get through moving day. I did need to go get some eggs. But my husband has the car, and we only have one car right now, so no eggs for me. Yesterday we had fried rice, and I had soft boiled some eggs, and let me tell you, when they're soft boiled, they are soft boiled. Like, honestly, I should have gone further, but some fancy dude on YouTube told me put them in there for 7 minutes. Well, 7 minutes means basically they're not cooked. Like, the yolk inside is absolutely not cooked, and there's part of the white that's not cooked, and so peeling is a nightmare. So we did fried rice. We had some of those like basically poached eggs on it to have some protein, because we're picking up our 8th of a cow today, and this will be the first day that we have meat in our freezer for like a month, because we've been waiting on this 8th of a cow. So we've just been eating lots of legumes and lots of other forms of protein, which is great. I was vegan for a little bit, so it's not that uncommon for us to have vegetarian sources of protein. Yeah, so we have had fried rice. I just sent my husband to work with a can of soup, I feel a little embarrassed about that. Oh well. And I have like soup has kind of been the thing that's getting us through, because soup is so easy to make, and I can take carrots and bone broth, turn it into soup, and it's nutritious. Or I can take I made a baked potato soup, and it was really good and easy. So those kind of things. I made my husband some bread. I say my husband because it's glutinous, so I can't have it. I made some granola last night, and my husband took that for breakfast. I try to eat a little bit higher protein for breakfast, so I'm probably going to do something different, though I don't know what. Probably a smoothie, I guess. I think that's all that I have as an option. So, as far as high protein goes. I'm trying to think. We have eaten out a couple times, but I think that that's a given when you're moving. I don't know about anybody else, but I can't. I just we moved. They were stressed with moving. My power was off because it switched hands, and I didn't recognize the time it was switching hands. Yeah, so I couldn't be bothered with cooking something, especially something creative. So I'm trying to think if there's anything in my pantry that's gonna be especially hard to work with. We've got pumpkins. I've got a can of baked beans, and they're ranch style beans, and I don't like that flavor. But last time I had a can of beans like that, I turned it into refried beans, and I like that a lot more. So I could do that on rice, and then once the beef comes in, we can have taco meat. So really everything is going to be easier once the beef is in later today. I've got oats, I've got peanut butter, I've got a lot of makings to be able to make this work. I am almost out of cheese, though I do have shredded mozzarella cheese, but it's from Sam's. It's bulk. It's got so much coating on every shred of cheese that I can taste the coating and the preservatives. And I think maybe I've gotten into my head too much that stuff is gonna kill me. So it freaks me out when I eat it or when I feed it to my husband. So I had said in a different thing, I guess it's just story time. Why not? My husband recently went into remission for cancer. So he had a cancer called Ewing sarcoma. It's a soft tissue or bone cancer. It was soft tissue for him, and we basically dealt with that for from October of 24 until May of 25, and we got married in the middle of that. We got married in January of 25, and so one thing that has been really, really important to me since him getting, it's always been important to me because I think it makes a really big difference of trying to avoid preservatives, avoid hot, plastic stuff like that in our food. But it's even more important now because the return rate of cancer for this cancer is high enough. It's in the 40s. And it's also bad if it returns. So I want to just encourage really good health for Hunter and I, and even more so now, if it would for whatever reason help. We don't know, really what causes cancer, so gotta do what you can, right? So kind of the two things in my arsenal, because I'm not a cancer research doctor, and I don't have access to new drugs or trials to try to keep my husband from relapsing. So the things that I use or try to use are really good food, and then three things: really good food, stress reduction, outside time. So we just moved off of what was going to be kind of our dream home on a half acre and was going to turn into this big lovely garden, chickens, all the things. And we just moved to a place that has land and is still very like beautiful countryside kind of thing. We're renting here, so we can't have the chickens or anything like that, but you know, such is life. But either way, I think those things are really important, like the food that you eat, the amount of time that you spend outside, and stress reduction. So those are the goals. I was talking about cheese. The reason I was talking about cheese is because that cheese is so high in preservatives. I hate feeding it to myself or my husband. So comment down below if you know what I should do with that. Like, should I suck it up and eat it because I'm doing a pantry challenge and because I bought it? Should I cook something for someone else and give it to them because they don't have the same kind of risks that we have? Or like, if I know like my parents don't mind buying that kind of thing, should I make them something because they wouldn't care? I don't know. I would love your voice on this. So those are my things. This is, you know, pantry challenge, cancer story. Maybe one day I can do like the full cancer story. Yeah, that's it. So I guess cheers, and I'll see you on day 8.